If you want a real electric dirt bike in 2026, the price tag usually starts at $5,000. Anything less, and you're usually looking at a glorified mountain bike or a cheap Amazon clone that snaps in half on its first jump. But after testing the latest releases, I've found 3 bikes that are officially breaking the market. They cost under $3,000. They pack 72-volt power, and they handle like actual motorcycles. Today, I'm showing you the only 3 bikes worth your money if you're on a budget. Stick around, because bike number 1 just set a new speed record for this price bracket. Bike number 3, the Talaria XXX. We're starting with a bike that essentially broke the internet when it launched, and in 2026, it's still the benchmark for anyone who needs a do-it-all machine, the Talaria XXX. While most dirt bikes in this price range feel like heavy mountain bikes with a motor slapped on, the XXX feels like a precision-engineered motorcycle. What makes this bike special is its stealth factor. Because the battery is integrated directly into the frame, the bike has an ultra-slim profile. From a distance, most people won't even realize you're on a 6-kilowatt machine. It's light, it's flickable, and at just 125 pounds, it's one of the best bikes for learning how to wheelie or navigating tight urban environments. But don't let the urban look fool you. For 2026, the updated XXX Pro features a 60-volt, 40-amp-hour battery using high-density LG cells. That gives you a real-world range of about 50 miles if you're cruising, or about 20 miles if you're riding balls to the wall in sport mode. It hits a top speed of 47 miles per hour, which is plenty to keep up with city traffic or outrun your buddies on the fire roads. Now, let's talk about the under $3,000 reality. To hit this price point of $2,999, Talaria uses a linkageless rear suspension. Instead of a complex pivot system, it uses a progressive spring. For street riding and light trails, it's smooth as butter. But if you're planning on sending 20-foot gaps at the local MX track, you'll find the limit of this suspension pretty quickly. The standout feature for me in 2026 is the motor. It uses the same IPM, or interior permanent magnet internals, as its big brother, the MX-4. This means better heat dissipation and way more reliability. Even if you decide to upgrade the controller later to pull more power, this motor can handle the abuse. If you want a bike that is 50% commuter and 50% trail shredder, the Talaria XXX is still the undisputed king of the budget category.
Next up is the bike that is officially bridging the gap between a pit bike and a full-size mountain slayer, the Altis Delta. Now look closely, because this isn't just a mini bike. It's a performance-first machine that runs a massive 72-volt architecture. In the world of electric dirt bikes, voltage is king, and the Delta is wearing the crown for its size. What's wild about the Delta is the power-to-weight ratio. It weighs in at only 163 pounds, yet it's pushing a peak output of 13 kilowatts. To put that in perspective, that is more peak power than a stock Surron Light BX, but in a more compact, agile frame. When you twist the throttle on this, it doesn't just move, it lunges. We're talking about a top speed of 62 miles per hour. That is insane for a bike with a 31-inch seat height. But speed is nothing without a battery that can keep up. Altis packed this with a 72-volt, 35-amp-hour Samsung 50S battery. These are premium cells known for high discharge rates, which means you won't experience that annoying power sag when you're trying to climb a steep hill at 20% battery. The Delta is built on 17-inch front and 14-inch rear wheels, which gives it that classic pit bike agility. It's perfect for backyard tracks, tight technical woods, or just ripping around your property without the neighbors ever hearing you. And unlike the cheaper Amazon specials, the Delta comes with a closed cartridge dual spring fork and 180 millimeters of travel. It's designed to take hits, soak up jumps, and actually survive a day at the track. The real disruptor here is the price. Usually, a 72-volt system with 13 kilowatts of power would run you well over $4,000. Altis managed to bring this in right at that $3,000 sweet spot. It's simple, it's brutally fast, and it's built for riders who want the most violence possible in the smallest package available.
Bike number 1, the Rawrr Mantis X.
Finally, we reach the bike that is currently the king of the sub-$3,000 category, the Rawrr Mantis X. If the Talaria is a commuter and the Altis is a pit bike, the Mantis X is the closest thing on this list to a full-sized electric enduro. It doesn't just compete in the budget category, it's actively trying to kill off the more expensive mid-range bikes. What sets the Mantis X apart is its over-engineered philosophy. While most bikes at this price point use a standard bicycle-style steering tube, the Mantis X uses a reinforced motorcycle-grade chassis that was built to handle actual motocross abuse. You can feel it the moment you sit on it. The bike is planted, stable, and doesn't have that rattle that plagues other budget builds. Under the seat, it's packing a 72-volt power system that delivers a level of torque that shouldn't be legal at this price. It peaks at about 7.5 kilowatts, which gives it a top speed of 50 miles per hour. But top speed isn't the story here, it's the way it gets there. The Mantis X features a unique internal gear reduction system. Instead of relying solely on a primary belt that can snap or slip in the mud, this gearbox provides a more direct mechanical connection to the ground. It sounds different, it feels more gas bike-like, and it's significantly more durable for heavy off-road use. The ergonomics are where Rawrr really flexed their muscles. It has a 33-inch seat height and a geometry that feels like a 125cc dirt bike. The suspension is fully adjustable, meaning you can actually tune the compression and rebound to match your weight, a feature usually reserved for bikes costing $2,000 more. The catch, because of that beefy frame and the gearbox, it's slightly heavier than the Talaria XXX, but that extra weight translates to stability at high speeds. If you are a serious rider who wants a bike that can handle a trail day, a local jump session, and a 50-mile-per-hour speed run without breaking a sweat, the Rawrr Mantis X isn't just the best bike for about $2,699, it might be the only bike you ever need.
Now, I'm not a salesperson, so here is the reality check. To get these bikes under $3,000, manufacturers usually save money on the extras. You're gonna get basic displays, standard tires, and unbranded brakes. But here's the secret to winning the budget game. You buy the bike for the frame, the motor, and the battery. You can always upgrade the tires or the handlebars later. These three bikes give you the bones of a high-end machine at a fraction of the cost. So which one should you choose? If you're riding on the street, go Talaria. If you want a technical trail weapon, go Altis. But if you want the most raw power for every dollar spent, the Rawrr Mantis X is the winner. If this video helped you save a few $1,000s on your next ride, hit that like button and subscribe for more electric dirt bike secrets. Let me know in the comments, which of these three would you take on a trail first? Thanks for watching.